American group. Spawning at the top leftmost side of the map is going to be the orange Protoss player desRow.
In the bottom right is the red Terran, Roots Iaguz.
I'm going to give desRow a little bit of advice between games. He's been tapping out to read chat after each game finishes. I guess looking for chat reactions, trying to see what people are saying about him. And it's, on one thing, like, I can understand that curiosity, right? You want to see if people are saying your shit. You want to see if people are saying you're playing pretty well. But to be honest, I feel like that's probably the #1 biggest distraction. Worrying what anyone else has to think about you, you know, just show them what to think about you, you know? desRow played a great game #1, kind of a bit of a floppy game #2, and I think if he just really tightens it up, we could see a good game 3.
I wouldn't want to see what people are saying about me in the chat. I don't want to. The chances of a good thing are too risky,
slim, right?
Yeah.
Like
exactly.
I don't really care personally. I will be that guy who I'd say twice a month, 3 times a month, will go to Team Liquid and search for my name to see if people have been talking about me.
Are you really?
Yeah,
oh,
why
God.
not? Just to see what people have to say. It's always bad. It's usually bad. I don't really care though, but it's that curiosity.
About it, but now I am going to think about it, and I might do it.
It's that curiosity, right? So I mean, I don't know if that's a regular thing for a human being to do or not, but I totally understand desRow's desire to see. But I also understand as well, it's a big distraction. It's why sometimes we just have to turn off chat, because while we're casting, it's too distracting. So as a player, I mean, the last thing you should probably be thinking about is like, oh man, what did a random guy I don't know in Twitch chat have to say about me? Like, no, focus on how you're going to beat Iaguz.
Yeah, I have to imagine you're going to get more arguments too. Like some guy's going to be like, I wonder if he had gone for X, and you're going to want to be like, no,
right,
this is why.
I'd be so bad. Like, I'd be like, dude, obviously I went this because I saw that, and like, you should just learn to play. Stupid Twitch chat, like, nah. But okay, getting off that topic, because it is one of the derails very quickly. Credit does go to Iaguz. Van, I think we kind of knew was going to be a nice Terran map for drops in the first place, and he's able to take advantage of that. I didn't really like that desRow didn't blindly prepare for it, because on one hand, you do want to scout Terran, you need to play off of what you see. But there are some maps where just certain playstyles go from like a 50% chance that your opponent's going to go for it to like a 90% chance, right? It wasn't fast enough Blink Stalkers, it wasn't Templar waiting for the drops. I mean, just that last map just felt like desRow was playing any old map on the ladder.
Yeah, it was not the best when it is such an obvious map for dropping. I guess there's kind of like mind games there where if it's so obvious for dropping, then they're not going to drop. They're going to attack me in the front.
It's too obvious.
Yeah, exactly. And I can kind of see that argument, but that's where like, you know, really great scouting comes into effect. Because Iaguz, for instance, he wasn't like checking the front then dropping. There was at least twice where he just dropped, because like that's what you're supposed to do. And if you're paying attention, then you get out anyways, probably alive.
Yeah.
So like desRow, I think, could have had stalkers, yeah, just like blindly in the natural base and probably gotten away with it. But that's hindsight 50-50, I guess. And it is a completely different map in Echo, where you do have another one of the triangle bases. You know, your third base kind of connects to your main base, and if you're defending one, you're defending the other. As opposed to Van Eye, where if you're defending one, the other base being attacked is way over to the left.
Well, I think one of the things I would like to see is, you expect Iaguz to play bio. He's not gonna do mech. He's not gonna do anything crazy and weird. Is that just gonna go straight to Colossus again? Is it the faster Templar? I mean, I don't know what the balance was in game 1 that was just so perfect, but if he could just hit that stride again. Echo's a map where we're not gonna have tons of drops, but with all this dead space on the sides, it's so tempting, especially with the ledge from the third to the main.
I think that first game, while it was good from desRow, we also, like, I remember just, like, I brought up at least 2 times where Iaguz could have gotten a lot more from just being a little more on the ball. I think this might just be an issue of Iaguz shaking off the rust of the day, being tired or whatever, for whatever reason, and, actually moving the army just that bit faster to get the third cancel, to get the stalkers on the way out and stuff like that. Because a lot of the, one of the weaknesses of, I don't know, just anyone playing is getting kind of lazy when you play. So you're like, yeah, I could drop him like 5 times, but, I mean, should I really? I don't think so.
I feel like, okay, lazy is an okay word to use, but I think complacent's a little bit better too, because we see those things where you're just like, I don't really care about dropping, more so than like I can't be bothered to drop, right?
Yeah, that's true. I just know that sometimes I'll realize that it's like I intended to be lazy, but I realize that I am. When I think it's the worst thing you can do versus Protoss is get complacent, get lazy. You're supposed to be constantly trying to find weaknesses in their very solid defense, especially a Protoss like desRow, who's very defensive.
Well, it's gonna be the Colossus, and oh man, the amount of times we've seen the Colossus derp around the pathfinding from this little ledge or this ledge here, it does kind of like, I'm not a pro Protoss player, but I personally would avoid Colossus on this map just because of that.
Yeah, good luck. Hope you have fun with Charge at Archon versus Widow Mines.
Right? Yeah, exactly. No, it's just, I am a little bit worried about that because it's been too many games we've seen Colossus go down for free just because they've derped with the AI pretty badly.
Yeah. Not like Foxtrot, though.
Well,
right? Where the Colossus literally gets stuck.
It's like,
they can't figure it out.
Was it Foxtrot or was it Stardust? I mean, like, it happened to him quite a bit, I'm just saying.
Maybe it was the person.
Column A, column B. Okay, so one thing I would like to see out of desRow. Okay, we're getting gateways down, we're getting some blank. Cool, cool, cool. A warp prism I think would be really nice. To just really, the second you see Iaguz move out, if nothing else, draw him back to the main and not over-dedicate to it. Like, 4 Zealots can sometimes really be worth the entire army stalling out a push so you can get 1 extra Colossus out.
Yeah, that's true. It looks like desRow, kind of reading into the build Iaguz is doing, because Iaguz can go for a Widowmine drop, right? We didn't just entirely skip that.
Wait, did we?
But, you know, as such, if he didn't go for a Widowmine drop, then his push is going to be a little bit stronger, a little bit faster. He's actually going to have stim, whereas remember in that first game, he didn't have stim at a timing that could definitely have killed a third. So instead of desRow going for like a nicely timed third, it's like 9-10 minutes, he's going to hold off and get some production, but still going with roughly the same build of, you know, double forge. At least, did he cancel one? Oh, he's not using the other one. That was on purpose.
Well, regardless of whether he wants to use it or not, the problem is he's down to upgrades. He's down in, well, effective, not just supply, but like effective supply. It'd be great to have so many stalkers, but not if there's like a gajillion marauders waiting for you. A couple force fields might go off here, and with Blink, he might be able to pick off some medevacs. Really nicely done there. Start. I mean, it's not bio that's OP, it's like the medevacs that make it OP. Time warp on the right side, really nice, though.
Very nice. That was almost going to be a sandwich if it wasn't for that time warp from a couple of zealots distracting the army. So nicely done. That could have gone a lot worse for desRow.
It was a decent trade though. Like, it wasn't. I don't think it went too well for one or the other. But I do like that desRow picked off the medevacs, because that's suddenly there. That's boom. That cuts into Viking production and more so stops immediate drops.
Yeah, that's true. But
ooh,
you know,
don't do this, desRow. Don't do this.
Take a third.
I just feel like if he does it now, it's probably gonna die.
Yeah, maybe. His upgrades are finishing up, and I mean, he does have to replenish his buffer unit counts as he has stopped Colossus production entirely. I don't know if that's on purpose. I mean, I guess it is, but that's. He had 3 Colossus, and that already looked small enough. But now with only 2, that's just a couple Marauders stimming on the right side away from just straight up dying. And this is a risky push out. This is scary. I guess I might have lost. He might have traded and lost the medevacs, but at the end of the day, he still has a really nice economy, and you know he's the defender, and defender usually has the advantage. They get to spread out and whatnot. So desRow does pull back. Okay, guess he was just scaring, I guess.
The posturing like that can sometimes be so dangerous, though. You overextend yourself. You don't know if there's a flank set up on the right side. I mean, nothing bad happened here, so it's fine. But it's just, again, desRow.
It's scary. I mean, he let Iaguz get away with a pretty greedy build. Like, not the most greedy build possible. It wasn't like 3cc instantly, but it was a fairly quick third CC. And, you know, Iaguz didn't do any, like, stim pushes or combat shield pushes that reduced his count. The only real engagement that was that one engagement where they both lost, like, 20 supply, if that.
It's the attack and the natural that's scary, yes, but it's where the Templar Archives is.
Yeah. I mean, his entire build is kind of centered around getting to those High Templars and Storm a lot quicker than you would be used to.
Might lose the Nexus too at this rate. Definitely gonna lose the Nexus at this rate.
Yeah. Blink is done, so I mean, he would lose at least 2 of the medevacs, I believe, if he tries to get out of here now.
No, this desRow's not pouncing. He's busy focusing on the left side. I mean, I guess he does drive this attack off, which is nice. Because there was the fear of losing the third simultaneously, and if you're down 2 bases, you're probably out of the game. But desRow holds on to his third, rebuilds that natural, His dog is going ham.
I didn't know he had a dog. How did I not know that?
He's got a little emoticon dedicated to his dog.
Oh, I knew that, but yeah, okay.
I'm worried though because he just lost. It's not just that he lost the Templar archives, but he lost the Storm that was like halfway finished. That was something I feel like he was heading towards, like not a nice thing to have in your army, but like a necessity to have in your army versus a bio composition like this. I just don't know how he's gonna deal with the Vikings to follow this up without Storms.
Oh yeah, that's the biggest problem. I mean, honestly, I just need to like 5 seconds, maybe less, of having a decent concave, and there's just not enough splash, not enough units to deal with it. I mean, if there was like 20 zealots with charge and nice upgrades, then we just, you know, we go back to like Naniwa, right? That stupid like charge-let mass-based game. But that's also not the case, and as such, like Iaguz just takes like really great control over this game. And it's like, I know a lot of people tell you don't let a Protoss do whatever they want and don't let a Zerg do whatever they want, and Terran kind of gets like pushed to the side. But sometimes in PvT, if you let them do whatever they want, they get like a fast third, they get the star puts whenever they need, there's actually no counterattacks, harassment, or anything. They can be pretty darn scary.
Shout out, thank you to Great Mental Neckbeard, by the way, for the resub. He also DOAs, Derps on arrival. Thank you very much for that resub. Okay, so Storm's halfway finished, but I don't think desRow can split his forces to deal with this. The supply count just isn't there. 49 army value is just not enough.
Yep. Iaguz with very good game here. Taking out the Templar Archives is absolutely critical, but even with even if he hadn't taken out the Templar Archives, it still would have been a tough uphill battle. He's losing gateways in the main base. He did save his third again, so at least he's doing that, but it's still such a low supply count.
Clearly should have put all the important stuff at the third. It's like the only base you can hold on to. Oh, is this gonna be not again? So close to it. No, completed. It completed. Okay.
But how many does he even have? He has one High Templar. Thank God he has Storm.
Right, it's 40 workers. It's not a lot of army supply to work with, and Iaguz is moving to his 4th base. I don't want to be Debbie down here, but honestly, unless Iaguz starts messing up and throwing away and trying to push too hard for a kill, desRow should not be able to win this game.
Yeah.
Storm's always going to be nice, though, for sure.
Storm.
Pardon me. Storm.
Storm's going to be nice. For sure.
Tens of dollars.
Oh, the dollar bills.
Oh yeah, I forgot about this little Easter egg. Got the Protoss chick down there.
She's just like, what the fuck am I doing here? You worked me in the wrong spot.
Help! My legs don't work. I'm leg blind.
What the? So what am I here? Has that been killing probes just like consistently?
Well, it's up to 9 kills, so if it hasn't been doing it too well.
Well, there's like 2 probes like every single time we've looked because the probe count's so low.
Attacking the main. Zealots can't really get on top of this. desRow actually finds a pretty stick spot to drop behind these forges, but yeah, it's a tough game. Everything's chasing in the main while Iaguz starts wrapping around. This might look like a stream of red in the middle of the map, but it's all army, not SCVs getting pulled.
Oh, that was a good storm, but it is his last storm.
GG. Alright. Iaguz will take the series 2-1. But don't worry, guys, if you are desRow fans, he's not out of it yet. This was just the preliminary match for the North American group. So he falls to the losers where he'll fight against either Mooseskills or Kane. But we gotta go get things set up with now Mooseskills and Kane. It looks like they already did videos for us. What awesome, guys. Smoochy, smoochy, smoochy. Hearts, hearts, hearts. So we'll just play ads really quick, and when we're back, the lobby should be ready to go. So stick with us. We'll see you guys in 2 minutes with Mooseskills versus Kane.